Hey, have you ever bought anything from Officer Jonas McFerrin?
No, I'm not from out of town.
You're from out of town?
Yes, sir. I'm from the firearms office in Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, oh, okay. Alright, so I want to turn in my motion. All right, thank you. You know how cops come up with plans to fight crime in various ways? They try different programs trying to take initiative to fight crime, to get to it before it begins or something. And I'm thinking some genius cops probably brought up the idea that they could go out and just start shooting their guns around town in Natchitoches and probably paying snitches as well to get people calling in, to get people scared. I think they were actually trying that. They were actually doing it, putting it into practice, getting out there and just firing off their guns and maybe even handing out bullets to certain privileged citizens. And this is a Natchitoches. The closest I've ever gotten to actually see a cop fire off their gun was Del Rio, Texas, where I saw an officer pull behind the Walmart, and then I hear gunfire. I walk over to check it out because I was certain that it was the cop. I smelt the gun smoke. I didn't see any bullet casings. I assume they picked it up. They pull away. And then somebody called the cops because of the cop shooting off his gun. And while it was behind the Walmart, and you really couldn't see them do it. You would have had to be like right there with them. But other cops show up because they got called. And I told them that I thought one of the cops fired off their rounds, but they just played it off like wasn't true. But they probably knew. They know how it's run in Del Rio, Texas. But that was there. I come over to Natchitoches and have to stick around for my criminal trial, being accused of banging and carrying a gun into the library. And I'm hearing people firing rounds off in various places right in the town all over. I think the city police and the sheriff probably were involved in it. It's just, I've never heard it in a city. I've been to thousands of cities, and I never heard so much gunfire in a city, from the Walmart, from the library area. But that was in 2022. Now I'm just not hearing it. I just haven't been hearing and it's only been a couple of weeks, but I started hearing it right away when I was over here in 2022. So what's changed? What's been going on around here? There's still some questionable stuff going on around here. They got cops parked in the parking lot of the library all day, hanging out on the 3rd floor, the area that I'm being blamed for trying to access. It's more than just library operations still going on up there. They had the chicken deliveries, which I warned the city council about, and they blew me off. And then it turns into Officer Jonas McFerrin getting busted for selling illegal substances. And I don't know the details of that because that's an ongoing case. Oh man, this is a terrible spot to walk. Oh no, I can't survive that. No. Can I get across? Huh. Alright. I really don't want to cross either. It's like you gotta run. So if I cross, I'm in danger. This house is able to put up a fence to prevent people from walking on the side of the road safely. How they're allowed to do that is dirty. Alright, I'm gonna see if they'll take a copy of my lawsuits because they say they don't have one. Hey, can you take a copy of my lawsuit for your records?
Oh no, we don't need them.
You don't
get it from the sheriff's office.
Oh, you just get it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, because you said you didn't have it, and I just thought it was a little weird that I got it before you.
That's because you went down there and got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I just...
They're gonna bring it to
They'll
us.
just... Okay, all right then.
Thank you.
Thanks. How you doing? All right.
Milwaukee Police.
Yeah, I'm calling about a FOIA request. How do I get that?
About what kind of a request?
It's called a public records or FOIA, Federal Organization of Information Act. Does that sound familiar?
What kind of records are you looking for?
I think I'd like the complete body cams of my arrest.
Okay, so you would have to submit a open records request for that. We got a form that's online, or you could stop by in person and fill it out, but we need a completed form.
Okay, and that's...
We can't take records
And
over the phone.
All right, yeah. And that's the same as public information records, right? Open records.
I mean, it's open records, yeah.
It's the same thing. Open records is the same as public records, right?
I'm not 100%. I mean, we got police records, and then there's like court records, and then they fall under open records.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I need to specify. I'm calling you guys. You're the police. So I say open records. I say public records. I could cause confusion if I say the wrong one. But if I specify which department then maybe that would help clear things up. Because yeah, somebody.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, if you're looking for court records, I can't help you out with that because we're the police department. I don't have access to their court records. But if you're looking for like police records, body cam, stuff like that, then I can help you out.
Maybe someday in the future, you'll have access to those court records. But I requested some. I got some body cams, but they're not complete. I got these body cam videos from Officer Aid. He works for you, Jason Aid, and
Okay.
the first 4.5 minutes are not like not in existence. I got like.
Okay. Well, body camera is subject to redaction.
You redacted it?
That may be why it could have been redacted.
Okay, but you have to say whether you redacted it or not when you hand me the records, right? Right? You would say you wouldn't just redact it and then leave it up to me to guess whether you did or didn't, right?
Well, if you're looking for further records, then you would have to request it through an attorney to get unredacted copies.
Okay. So, an attorney, you're saying, is the only one who can determine whether they're redacted or not. They're the only ones who.
Not to determine that if you want full and complete unredacted copies of body camera, you would need to request it through an attorney.
Well, let me just.
That would need to reach out to us.
Let me just say, I suspect that he didn't even turn his body camera on. Okay, but I don't know that as a fact. And I just want to confirm whether or not he did turn his body camera on in those first 4 minutes. I mean, clearly he turned his camera on twice afterward at walking up to.
I wouldn't be the one to be able to confirm that with you at all.
Who does?
You'd have to get a copy of the report. If you need a copy of the report, you can get that through open records by filling out the form. That's
okay. And all right, this is with Officer Aid, and he's the one with the body cam, and you're saying his report is the one I would look.
Would indicate, yeah, when the body camera was activated.
Okay, yeah, I do have his report, and he says he checked off. I think there's a box that says he used a body camera, but that's it. He doesn't say whether or not he didn't activate the first 4 minutes or not. He just kind of checked off yes, but if he used a second of body camera video, then he can check that box. But I don't know, he turned it on he turned it on twice. He should have turned it on, I think, 3 times, something like that. Once, the only two I see are walking up to the police station with me in handcuffs, and then driving back to my car. Those are the only 2 times. Oh, then actually 3 times. When he was in the office, he had to go into a room that's.
I can't confirm details of the report over the phone with you just because.
Okay.
I'm not the one that wrote the report or anything. Like I said, if you want full unredacted copies of the body camera, you'd have to request it through an attorney.
I request to talk to Officer Aid. Is he available right now?
No, he's not working right now.
Okay, so I'll call this evening. Maybe you can get in touch with them then.
You could, yeah. I mean, he works overnights. I'm not sure what his schedule is.
Yeah. I'll just ask to talk to him directly. I mean, I'll call this number and then I'll ask to talk to Officer Aid. That's how it works.
Yeah. You call to the dispatch center and then determining of their availability. If they're like on a call or something, then you might not be able to reach.
Okay.
Them. If he's free and available, then yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll do that. I didn't think of that until we got into this situation. Okay. All right then. Have a good day.
Okay. No worries. And you too. Mm-hmm. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of somebody here.
West Milwaukee, please.
Yeah, Officer Jeffrey Aids. Is he available?
I'm sorry, are you talking about Jamie Aid?
Jamie Aids? J Aids? Is this Tayloff?
No. Officer Aid works third shift, so he's not here right now, but I can send you to his voicemail.
What? You said Aids isn't working tonight?
Officer Aid is not here right now. He works third shift, but I can send you to his voicemail.
Okay, so that That would be later in the evening then, right? Like
Correct.
maybe
Overnight.
12 to 8 or something. Okay. Well, I just missed him, I guess. All right. Yeah, I could try back later.
Okay. Milwaukee, please.
Hi, yes, is Officer Jeff Aids available to speak with?
Regarding?
It's gonna be with the body cam. It's about the body cam use.
Okay, are you looking to get like body cam footage, or what are you? I guess what are you trying to?
Yeah, I did look into getting it, but it's not complete. It's like
Okay.
that
Did you
initial.
file an open records request?
Yeah. Yep. Can you see that?
So then you would.
You can see
I
that?
wouldn't be able to see that. Okay.
Oh.
If you could let me speak, sir, I wouldn't be able to
Why'd
see
you-
that. You would need to call
okay.
back.
Call back when?
You would need to call back and speak to open records after 8 a.m. on Monday morning.
Okay, so I have to ask for open records?
Yep.
Okay, what about post? What about after asking for the open records and actually receiving them? But
That's what I'm saying. Like, they would have access to those. I don't have access to that. The officers don't have access to the open records request. That goes through.
yeah, but I mean he
us
has
separate.
control over when he records or not, right?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know if the officer can even turn on their body cams or not?
Sir, I work here part-time. I do not have that information.
Okay.
Again, if you have questions regarding that, you would need to call back on Monday morning after 8 a.m.
So you wouldn't consider yourself working a third shift then? Are you on third shift?
Sir, okay, that doesn't matter what shift I'm on. You have questions about open records, you need to call back 8 a.m. on Monday.
Is Jay Aids working today? Tonight?
I'm not comfortable giving you that information, sir.
Am I calling your house? This is a public building.
And I'm not required to disclose which officers are working for officer safety.
No, I'm trying to contact Aid. I'm not asking about.
I can get you to his voicemail.
Okay, but there's no way to contact him. You're saying there's that, like, if I want, I can't just.
I can get you a voicemail for them to return a call to you, sir. Our officers don't have phones that are department issued that I can transfer you to. I can transfer you to his voicemail.
Okay. Hello?
This is Officer Jamie Aid, the West Milwaukee Police Department. My normal working hours are 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. If you would like to leave me a message, please do so after the beep. Thank you.
Do you record initial contacts at all?
West Milwaukee, please.
Hello, yes, Jamie Aid literally says that he works from 11 to 7, okay? So it's not information that you have to give me about whether he's working or not. He's saying in his voicemail that he's working on third shift from 11 to 7. So we're between 11 to 7 right now. Can you patch me through to him?
I can get you over to his voicemail, sir. Our officers don't sit in the office waiting on phone calls.
No,
So
but
I
I
can
mean,
get you a voicemail.
do the
Okay,
officers
sir.
carry phones? Do they carry
No,
phones?
They don't.
Oh, they don't.
They don't.
Oh, my mistake. You're telling me. And what's your name? Are you an officer?
No, I'm not. I'm a dispatcher. My
Okay.
badge number is 48. Our officers do not carry work phones that I can patch you through to. I can
Wait
get
a
you
s-
to their voicemail.
Did you?
for them to return a call.
If you're not an officer, but you have a badge number. That's
Correct, because I am a dispatcher. That is how we identify ourselves.
Do all clerks? You're pretty much a clerk. Do all?
I'm not a clerk, sir.
Well, then you're an officer, right?
I am not an officer. I am a dispatcher.
Did you swear?
I can get you to Officer Aid's voicemail.
But and you did, and that's where I got his shift hours
so how
from.
Can I assist you?
Well, I'm reiterating that he is currently working right now because he says himself.
Sir, I never said that. He said that he works between the hours of 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Yep.
He doesn't state what his schedule is, so he may not be here.
Well,
He may.
And he may.
For him to return a call when he's available.
He may or may not, and he's and during the shift, I mean, you're working most days of the week, okay, to reach your 40 hours a week. You're working most hours a week. There's a better chance that he may be working than he may not be working, okay? And you claim, and you gave me a badge number. Do you have a first or last name?
I'm not comfortable giving you that information, sir.
Okay, I'm not calling your house, okay? This is a police...
I don't care. I gave you my identifier by my badge number. That's all I'm required to give you. I do not have to give you my first or last name.
All right, am I calling a police station?
You are, but I am not required to give you my first or last name.
Okay, well, you also say that you weren't required to tell me what shift you're on, and clearly he says...
I'm a part-time dispatcher, sir, so I'm not actually assigned to a shift.
Okay, all right, so they work in shifts, but you don't. Okay.
That's correct.
There's one. There's
sir?
first, second, and third shift. J-Aid said that it's between 11 and 7, and I'm under the understanding that it's third shift. Okay, you are working within the parameters of a third shift, even though you claim you're not on a shift.
Sir, I'm not assigned to a shift. So I'm sorry that you're not understanding that, but I'm not assigned to a shift.
But they're going to put you on a sleep schedule that's consistent, okay?
That's not true, sir. I'm a part-time dispatcher. I am not assigned to a shift. Okay, sir, this isn't about me. How can I help you?
Well, no, you're making it a little bit about you, because I'm trying to talk to aides, okay? I'm trying to talk to aides, but you're
voicemail as I am told. Okay, sir.
But you're drawing attention to yourself more than letting me talk to aide. Okay.
I've just told you I can get you to his voicemail.
Yeah, and that's where
He's not available.
And once again, I mean,
take a call.
And once again, I told you that that's where he discloses his shift. Okay.
I can transfer you to voicemail, or I can disconnect, sir. It's your choice.
How does he have a voicemail if he doesn't have a phone?